Today we're talking about prime and composite numbers, and your learning goal is just to be able to identify prime and composite numbers. You don't have a foldable for today's lecture, so just make sure that you're taking complete notes. I'm also color coding as I go, so if you would like to take a moment and pause and pick up some pencils or some colored pens, feel free to do that. First of all, a prime number is a number that only has factors 1, and itself. Now remember, factors are the numbers we use to multiply together to get a product. So an example would be the number 11. 11 can only be solved for if we multiply the number 1 times 11 itself. Some other examples are 5, 7, 3. All of these numbers can only be multiplied by 1 in order to equal themselves. On the flip side, a composite number can be made up of factors other than 1 and itself. So it has factors other than the number 1 and itself. Some strong examples of these would be the number 6. 6 is a composite number because not only can it be solved by multiplying 1 times 6, but it can also be solved for by multiplying 2 times 3. Another composite number would be 12. You can solve for the number 12 saying 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and 3 times 4. So there are definitely many other factors besides the number 1 and itself. 2 quick side notes. The number 1 is neither prime or composite. And that's because 1 only has a single factor. And that's itself, which is the number 1. Also, 2 is the only even number that is prime. And that's because all other even numbers have factors other than 1 in itself, because it definitely has a factor of 2. Your proof for today's lecture is to make sure you identify the following numbers as prime or composite. There are 4 numbers there. I want you to do all 4. And if you choose to say that a number is composite, please come up with at least 2 factors for that number.